welcome to our second episode of Just Ask Eleanor, an Iowa State Daily production, where I, Eleanor Chalstrom, one of our managing editors at the Iowa State Daily, give you advice based on a prompt we give out each week. You guys send us in great questions to our email, our socials. We read them off. We give you advice. I don't know why you want to hear from me, but here I am. And this week's theme was food, which is something I love and something I've struggled with, but I have a lot to say, so let's get started. Okay, here is our first question of today's episode. I'm always getting out of bed barely on time and making it to breakfast in time to eat only a bowl of oatmeal and then make it to class barely. My meals aren't very enjoyable because I'm usually rushed like this, but since it's impossible to wake up earlier than 8, I think it would also make my meals more enjoyable to eat with people. Do you have any advice on how to find people to eat with consistently? Thanks. Well, I think the first thing is if you have roommates, maybe you guys can do roommate meals and stuff, but breakfast is really hard because it's one of those meals, like you just wake up, you're trying to get something into your body to fuel you for the day. You probably don't have time to sit and talk to people regularly for breakfast as maybe you would for lunch, where you can meet up with a friend on campus and get lunch, or for dinner where you can cook with roommates or go like have a FaceTime call with your family and cook dinner. But with breakfast particularly, I think sometimes you just have to accept like, it's just gonna be me this morning kind of thing. But it can be so fun to get really excited about a couple new breakfast recipes. You can Google some or meal prep breakfast recipes and just get really into it. Go to the grocery store, ball out on some breakfast foods that maybe you wouldn't spend money on otherwise, and just make it an event. Make it something you're excited to wake up for every morning. I have the same thing for breakfast every day, and it's yogurt and fruit and granola and some toast, and I add like chia seeds and all these yummy exciting things, and I just get so excited to wake up and have my yogurt. That sounds dorky, but it's so important to look forward to it. So give yourself that opportunity to look forward to eating breakfast rather than eating like the same oatmeal you eat every day. Eat something that you've really wanted to try or you've really wanted to make for a while. And then maybe you'll get into a routine in eating breakfast more often. And also, this isn't a piece of advice you ask for, but eat breakfast, everybody. Your body needs breakfast. And if you're not eating breakfast, I expect you all to have at least a mid-morning snack. Okay? We fuel our bodies. We're going to school. You need breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. But yeah. Okay, here is our second question of the day. Is it weird for me to visit the campus dietitian? Is it normal to struggle with overeating while I'm in the dorms? I feel like there's always food around me, and when I get bored or stressed, I reach for it. No, it is not weird to go see a dietitian at all. Even if you have something you have a few questions about or you have a really big issue with food, always seek help from a professional, and dietitians, registered dietitians who work at clinics or medical facilities can be amazing resources to figuring out your relationship with food, getting on a good schedule, realizing your hunger cues when you're full. All those things are super helpful. And even if you meet with a dietitian once or twice, they can direct you to resources that serve you years beyond that one meeting. I mean, I am a type 1 diabetic, and I've met with a couple dietitians in my life, and every time they recommend me a ton of great literature that I always come back to. If I feel like I'm having a bad day and I'm not understanding my relationship with food, I can go back to that book or that website they referred me to. And figuring out your relationship with food, especially in college, is crazy. For a lot of us, it's our first time living alone. It's our first time determining our own schedules, shopping for our own food, doing all of those things. So it's normal and so okay to seek help from a dietitian. They're usually really helpful. And then if you're overeating or you feel like you're stress eating, they can also help with that too. It's not just, you don't need to go to a dietitian to seek help for like a lack of eating or for eating too much. They're there for everything, and they'll help you balance the right meal with proper nutrients and food groups, get your whole plate so you feel full and all those things. I'm not a professional. I'm telling you to seek help from a professional if you think you need to. But no, it's not weird at all. And if someone makes you feel weird for that, that's on them, not you. If you want to be directed to our registered dietitians here on campus through the Office of Student Wellness and ISU Dining, we linked their names below so you can reach out to them if you want to schedule an appointment with a registered dietitian for any of your food needs. All right, here is question 3. And again, just keep saying, the ISA Daily, we are not medical professionals, but we can certainly guide you to resources that will provide professional medical help. All right, let's get started. I've been hearing a lot about the benefits of eating organic foods, but I'm a college student on a tight budget and the dining hall is my primary source of meals. I'm curious to know about how the choice between organic foods and dining hall options can affect my hormones and cognitive function. First off, make sure where you're getting that information from is a vetted resource. Never take health advice from social media or really the internet. You should always seek a medical professional. This sounds like something a registered dietitian could help you with, or someone who specializes in organic foods or intolerances to inorganic foods. That can be a thing sometimes, but always seek help from a medical professional. We can drop some resources down in the comments, again, of some registered dietitians in the area that can help you figure out all of those questions about organic versus inorganic. But we can help you navigate a little bit how to afford healthy food. And it's difficult in college to get healthy, fulfilling options of wholesome food into your body regularly. That's a big task. So if you're doing grocery shopping for yourself, one of the best stores, and this is not a plug, no one's paying me to say this, is Aldi. I am obsessed with Aldi. It's a great place to get good produce, frozen items. Frozen items in general are a great way to get healthy food. No one ever said that frozen fruit and vegetables are less healthy than fresh produce. So that's a great way to get healthy foods. And if you have food restrictions or a dietary need that needs special attention or an accommodation, the Iowa State Accommodations Office and ISU Dining partner together and can help you seek a dining hall plan that fits your dietary needs. So we will link them below if you need to contact them and find some foods that work for you. And then lastly, we do not want to ignore that food insecurity is a real problem on college campuses. So if you're struggling to make ends meet or even know where your next meal is going to be, or just need a little extra help, there is a free food pantry here on campus called Shop, located in Bayer Gym, and we'll link that information below. You can come and go, get food, see their hours, no cost to you, no ID required, just come get what you need from the wonderful people at Shop. All right, here is our final prompt of the day, and it's a big one, folks. The freshman 15. That's the prompt. And the first thing to know is that as you're transitioning, making a massive life transition from high school or a different living situation, if you've taken a break from school for a while, into college, your weight might fluctuate. That says nothing about you. That says nothing about how successful you are or how good you are. It's just your body. College is going to do different things for you. Changes in schedule is going to do different things to you. And reaching to food to comfort yourself, that's a normal thing. If you feel like it's an issue, again, reach out to a dietitian like we linked below. But the freshman 15, it happens to a lot of people, and it's a really gross label to put on human beings for our bodies just doing what bodies do. As long as you feel like you're eating what your body needs and like you have a good relationship with exercise, food, everything, you're okay. And if the world is telling you that you gained weight and that's a bad thing, as long as you're healthy, that's all that really matters, I mean, that takes a lot of courage to admit that and to get to that headspace. It's a lot easier said than done, but bodies go through transitions just like brains do. And sometimes weight fluctuations, whether you're losing weight, gaining weight, it's just part of the process. And that's another thing too. Maybe you experienced the opposite of freshman 15 where you lost 15 pounds. I know that happens to a lot of people too because you're walking everywhere. Your calves are so muscular from walking everywhere on campus. Trust me. You might be losing weight. You might not know how to eat regular meals. The freshman year is a time of figuring out how to be independent in all aspects of life, but mostly independent about your relationship with food. So intuitive eating is something really difficult, especially for people growing up, going through high school. You're told a lot what to eat, where to eat, how to eat, what diets to follow. And none of that really matters as long as you're eating what your body needs you to eat. You are going through so many transitions your freshman year of college. I mean, your semester schedule changes every, 4 or 5 months? You are living in a different place. Your schedule's not quite the same. You're going through emotional transition, so you need to fuel your body. And if you gain weight because of that, who cares? You're caring for yourself, and that's what matters the most. And then finally, if you feel like you are experiencing a difficult relationship with food, whether you need resources on how to intuitively eat, or you may fear that you're struggling with some disordered eating patterns, always seek help from a medical professional. There's a ton of people on campus that can help you through student health, student accessibility services, everything like that. There are people here who are here to help you. Their jobs are here to help you and make you well and healthy. Thank you for watching our second episode of Just Ask Eleanor Food Edition. Next week's episode, or the next week, we'll see if we get our questions in on time. But our next theme is finding your people. Whether you're struggling to find a social circle, you want to join clubs but don't know where to start, or you just don't know how to talk to the, almost 35,000 other people on this campus, we're here to help. So send in any questions. As always, they're anonymous. You can DM us on any of our social media, or you can email us at justaskelenor@iowastatedaily.com. And as always, keep reading the Iowa State Daily for all things Iowa State news. We will see you soon.